So as promised, I am going to review, as again, the Galaxy Buds Plus in my 3-part mini-series of which headphone is the best for your money. I will be taking a look at the Galaxy Buds Pluses, also comparing them to last year's model to see if there's any similarities, differences, if they are worth the extra $20 in upgrade, if they are worth upgrading from the Galaxy Buds, and also answer any various questions, all that in this episode, so stay tuned. What is up, everybody? Michael here. Welcome back to Technoid. Yes, as promised, Galaxy Buds Plus. Now this video is going to be incredibly short because I don't intend to keep you here too long. I'm going to get straight to the point. I'm going to talk about the similarities, differences, everything. Now, I do know there is going to be a comparison video coming between the AirPod Pros and the Galaxy Buds Pluses, but I am going to throw in a third headphone, and that third headphone may be critical to your purchasing decision and also situation, but that will be for part 3. And also, guys, make sure you hit that like button and share these videos, because if it's not without you guys that I don't get these videos spread out. So it's up to you guys. If you want to see a part 3, if we can hit 100 views, I will make a part 3. So share this video. So let's get it going. So Samsung Galaxy Buds Pluses. Samsung's answer to the AirPod Pros. Now, I've been covering the Galaxy Buds Pluses on this channel through various leaks and rumors and everything. I've had the privilege of trying these out. I want to say thank you to Samsung. Samsung did not personally send me these headphones, but they did send me them with an incredible discount. I really appreciate that. So thank you very much, Samsung, and I appreciate your generosity. Now, with that said, let's get this video started. So, taking a look at the unboxing, nothing different. It is exactly the same as last year's. You have your headphones, plus the wingtips and everything. Now, for the purpose of this video, I am going to be comparing the Galaxy Buds, the original. I bought a second model just for this video, and also these are my mother's. She's gonna get them after. And the new ones. You should say I should give these to my mom, but she don't use wireless headphones anyway. But anyway, so compared to last year's models, identically, they don't look that different. In terms of fit, they fit exactly the same. They use the same wingtips, earphones, everything. Everything is exactly the same. The only difference this time around is the design of the case and the headphones themselves. The case has a glossy finish to it. Now, if you're not a person that likes glossiness, this is not really the most easy headphone, because it is going to be prone to scratches and they will be more obvious. Whereas the matte finish is more of a nice base, so you don't really see the scratches and they don't look as bad. But this time around, the design of the case has been improved. Not only is the hinge much stronger, but the magnets inside the earbuds are also twice as strong as last year's. Last year's was just really weak because, if I could show you right now, if you look at what happened, you shake them, they fall out. But thankfully this time around, when you use the new ones, they don't come out as often. So there is much better magnets and a much better hinge. It's much more firm and not as flimsy. So it has a little bit more of a premium feel to this one than compared to last year's. Now, when it comes to features, let's get right into it. Like I said, I'm not gonna go too much, we're just gonna get right into it, guys. Let's talk features. So on top of the regular features that you have with the Galaxy Buds, they do add some new features, and I will explain. The first new feature is an improved ambient noise. So when you put these on and you use the app, now it is critical for the app, and I'll explain later, but when you use the app, they have 3 different variants. You have low, middle, and high. Basically, you can control how much voice you want to let in and how much you want to listen to. Now, the ambient sound, well, I can't really compare, but the ambient sound is very good and definitely an improvement from last year's, but not as much as you'd think. Yes, they do sound better and get much louder, but they do sound a little bit more robotic and not as pronounced, whereas last year's, while they do sound hollow, sound a little bit more crisp and do focus on voice. But they are improved, no doubt about it. Next thing, let's talk about the whole gimmicky feature with Spotify. If you hold the bud, you can access Spotify songs. That's more of a gimmick feature. I really wouldn't consider that a feature, but if you like Spotify, that is a feature. Next thing up is the lab. This is my personal favorite and something I think Samsung is going to improve on as the updates come out for these headphones. You have 3 different experimentals. These are betas, you can try them out, but they make the earbuds so much better. Basically, if you use the earbuds lab, you can access volume controls on the side of the buds. You can also get better sounding for gaming and also an extra ambient sound, which makes it even louder. And I really like that Samsung is doing this where you can experiment, and it is really nice to see that they are adding features. Now, a couple other things before we talk about the sound. Compared to last year's, the Bluetooth connectivity is much better. Where last year's was a lot buggy out of the box and just took a little bit of firmwares before it was stable, this time around it is so much better. Open up and it is super quick. As a matter of fact, that is another positive. The Bluetooth connectivity is so much better than last year's. It switches faster, it doesn't cut out as bad, and also you could go up to a certain amount of distance. Now I was able, from this basement all the way to the second floor, I was able to constantly listen to my music with concrete and probably a little bit of metal here and there, basically like splitting us up. I was able to still get a good connected device from where I was going. So that is a major plus, improved Bluetooth connectivity. And lastly, then we'll get into the sound test, is obviously the integration with iPhone. Now last year's model you could use with the iPhone, but it wasn't fully integrated with a better app. This time around, Samsung has made an app, and these headphones now work with iOS much better. You can customize everything. That is great and all. Now let's talk sound. Now the sound quality on these headphones, let me just say this, they're not a wowish factor that I was thinking when I bought these and tried them out. They didn't have a wow factor to them, but they definitely are an improvement from last year's, and that is thanks to the second driver. These headphones are rocking a woofer and tweeter. Now I'm a sucker for when it comes to woofer and tweeters in your headphones, especially with drivers that small, and I really appreciate when headphones put two-way drivers to improve the sound quality, and these ones are no different. However, this time around, compared to the Galaxy Buds, that's where we run into a little iffy. While the sound is much better because you have the tweeter for your highs, they don't sound too different. While it is much cleaner and the vocals are a little bit more pronounced and maybe just a little bit smudged better of bass, the Galaxy Buds, the original, are just as good as sounding. They don't have really a big difference to them. And I know it's crazy to say that when all these YouTubers are saying it's so much better, it's so much drastically, but take it from a guy who used the Galaxy Buds for a whole year and didn't switch, and then going from these ones and noticing nothing. So I'm telling you, from a consumer point of view, there is not much of a big difference that you're gonna notice if you're a Galaxy Bud user switching to the Galaxy Bud Plus users, but regular users switching to these do sound really great. You got your mids and your highs thanks to that second driver. The bass is there, but it's not a punchy bass, but it is a nice blended sound. That is thanks to AKG, who is my ultimate favorite audio company brand, and I definitely think they nailed the sound on this. These are basically AKG headphones. Now a couple more things before we go. Specifications, Bluetooth 5.0 as always. You have Qi wireless charging. Quick charging is another thing that has improved. 5 minutes of charge, you can get almost 2 hours, I believe. I will leave a link in case I made a mistake. And also, just wanted to side note, the customization for these buds are just the same as last year's, but just as good. They don't weigh as much as last year's. They just weigh by like a smudge, but they're still lightweight and compact in your ears. So overall, like I said, I cut straight to the point. Let's get it going. So final thoughts overall, what do I think of these headphones? Well, let me divide it up into 3 different categories. Apple users, Galaxy Bud users, and non-Galaxy Bud users. Let's start with Apple users. If you're looking for a Bluetooth headphone that is very good sounding, and if you're interested in trying them out, I would say give them a shot, but hold off until I make the 3rd video. Just hold off on that. Now let's talk Galaxy Bud users. So Galaxy Bud users, if you have a pair of Galaxy Buds and you're thinking of switching, the only reason you would be switching are for 2 reasons. The better microphone quality, you thought I forgot, and the better battery life. Compared to last year's, they had 7 hours or 6 hours on the Bud and 7 hours on the case, and it gave you 13 hours. This time around you have 11 hours of earphone battery life and 22 hours total, but basically 11 hours in the case, so you get 22 hours total. So you get much better battery life, but realistically, if you are a Galaxy Bud user and you're switching, the only compelling reasons would be for better battery and better microphone quality. And also, just so you guys don't rat-a-tat-tat in the comments, Here is a microphone sample.
So this is a microphone test from the original Galaxy Buds, and this is a recording on the new Samsung Galaxy Buds. Hear your thoughts down below, which one sounds better to you.
Okay, so now that you've heard the difference, if you are a Galaxy Bud user, my personal opinion, I would say no, but if you really need battery, then definitely rock the Galaxy Bud Pluses. And lastly, non-Galaxy Bud users, basically meaning they're getting their first pair, they're getting another pair. If you have a Samsung, it's a no-brainer. These things are worth it, and they're only $150, $20 more than the Galaxy Buds, but they give you so much more improvements if you didn't have Galaxy Buds already. If you have Galaxy Buds, I would say no, don't switch to them, but for non-Galaxy Bud users, definitely consider them. Overall, final thoughts, the Galaxy Bud Pluses. They are definitely a solid pair of Bluetooth headphones. I definitely enjoyed listening to music, listening to podcasts, YouTube. The latency and everything was definitely not there. There were a couple of moments, but due to firmware updates, they definitely fixed those. Stability has been great. My only negative would just be the glossy finish. I wish they had stuck with a matte finish, and they come in a variety of colors, so if you could choose the rainbow. But for Galaxy Bud users, I don't know if I would recommend switching over if you have Galaxy Buds. I would say just stick with them. And lastly, Apple users, it depends. And final thoughts, there are a lot of improvements here and Samsung really did a great job, but I don't know if I can warrant regular Galaxy Bud users to upgrade. But for non-Galaxy Bud users that don't have it, by all means, definitely pick it up. It is worth the $20 more, and if you were considering getting the Galaxy Buds over the Pluses, listen to me, get the Pluses over the regular, if you never had Galaxy Buds. And that's it for the episode. So guys, this was a little bit quicker. I wanted to be a little more faster because a lot of you guys want me to get straight to the point, and I got straight to the point. Now, if you don't like this style of episode, you can comment down below, but that is part 2. Now part 3 comes the comparison. We will compare the Galaxy Bud Plus versus the AirPod Pros. We will discuss which headphone is really the best one in this, since these are the 2 most popular. I will discuss everything and all. That is it for this episode. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you disliked the video, hit that dislike button. Thank you as always for watching, everybody. Hope you all have a safe, great weekend. Take care, everyone, and peace.